welcome to this tutorial about improving the performance of your PC or laptop. My name is Kevin Hayes, and I am going to demonstrate 4 simple techniques that will make a big difference to how your machine works. This tutorial is aimed at inexperienced computer users who don't have the knowledge or confidence to carry out such tasks themselves, and as such may not be of great benefit to more advanced users. Even though the techniques that I am about to demonstrate are easy to perform and are highly effective, the average computer user can often be intimidated by the fear of the unknown. Quite often it is a fear that they will do something wrong or damage their machine that prevents people from experimenting themselves. I hope that this tutorial will help to remove this intimidation factor and empower more users to take charge of their computer's performance. The 4 tasks that I will demonstrate are how to carry out a disk cleanup, how to carry out a disk defragmentation, how to remove unused or unwanted programs, and how to install a comprehensive and free antivirus package. The tutorial is based on Windows 7, but the steps are more or less the same for any Windows operating system. If you are having trouble following the tutorial, you can always pause and rewind at any time. The first method that I will cover is the disk cleanup utility. This tool will free up space on your hard drive by selecting files that can be safely deleted. Running the disk cleanup will allow you to choose which files you want to clean up. You can safely delete temporary internet files, which are web pages that are stored on your hard drive for quick viewing. Deleting these won't affect any sites that you may have bookmarked. You can also delete program files that download automatically when you view certain web pages, as well as offline web pages. The disk cleanup will also empty the recycle bin. Windows temporary files are information stored by programs in a temporary folder. They are usually deleted when a program closes, but this is not always the case, and these can be safely removed. Windows creates copies of all your picture, video, and document thumbnails, so they can be displayed quickly when you open a folder. These can also be removed to free up disk space. Again, a reminder, it is perfectly safe to delete all of the above. You won't harm the computer. The disk cleanup utility can also be used to remove programs that you don't use, and to delete any old restore points. But for now we will focus on the main items that I have described. I will now demonstrate how to carry out a disk cleanup. There are several ways to access the disk cleanup. You can click on Start, followed by All Programs, Accessories, and System Tools. Here you will find the disk cleanup utility. A much easier way to do it is to simply click on Start and type Disk Cleanup in the search box and press Enter. You will be asked which drive you want to clean up. Select your main hard drive, which is usually the C drive, and click OK. The utility will then determine how much space can be freed by performing the operation. This can take several minutes. On the next window, you can select the files that you wish to delete. And you can also see the amount of space that can be saved. Once you have selected the files, simply click OK. You will be asked if you are sure about permanently deleting these files. Choose to delete the files. The utility will then carry out the operation. This can take a minute or 2. That's all there is to it. A disk cleanup should really be carried out on a regular basis. The next operation I will demonstrate is the disk defragmenter. Files stored on your hard drive are broken into smaller sectors. Over time, as new files are added and deleted, files can become fragmented around the disk, and this can have a detrimental effect on the speed of your computer. To counteract this, we carry out a disk defragmentation. This is a Windows tool that rearranges files on the hard drive to reduce the time spent searching for the different sectors. In order to carry out a disk defragmentation, there must be at least 15% free space on the disk. Depending on the amount of data on the hard drive, a defragmentation can take less than an hour or considerably longer. I will now show you how to carry out this process. The easiest way to access this service is to simply click on the Start button and type Disk Defragmenter into the search box. When the window appears, you will be presented with several options. One of these allows you to configure the defragmenter to run automatically after a specified time period. You can see that this service is already configured to run every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. It is highly recommended that you schedule a regular defragmentation. Before you run the defrag, you should first analyze the disk to determine how fragmented the data is. If it is above 10%, it is recommended that you defragment the disk. When you have done this, it is simply a matter of clicking on the defragment disk button and the process will begin. Again, this could take anywhere from a few minutes to several hours to complete, but you can still use the computer during this period. To abort the operation, you can simply click Stop Operation at any time. The next task that I will demonstrate is how to remove unused or unwanted programs. It is very easy to quickly accumulate a lot of programs in a short space of time, especially with the vast amount of applications that are available today. Most people will have a number of programs that they never use, or that just don't work properly for some reason. And all of these redundant programs take up space on the hard drive. They can also slow down your machine's startup and shutdown times, as a lot of these programs start automatically when the computer starts, quite often without the user being aware of it. All things considered, it is definitely of benefit to anyone to be able to remove these programs. To begin the process, click Start, followed by Control Panel. The control panel may look slightly different depending on the version of Windows that you are running. We are looking for the Programs and Features folder. Inside this folder, click on Uninstall a program. When you click on this option, there may be a short delay as the programs load, depending on how many programs you have installed. To choose a program that you want to remove, you simply highlight it by clicking once, and click on Uninstall in the top menu. Alternatively, you can also double-click on it. A message box may appear asking if you want to completely remove this program and its components. Depending on the program, there may also be a wizard or a guide to help you through the process. The actual time needed to remove a program will vary depending on its size. It is absolutely essential that your computer has a reliable and effective antivirus package installed. Without it, your machine is at a serious risk of infection by viruses or malware, which will have a drastic effect on its performance. Most PCs or laptops will include a subscription to an antivirus provider. But what happens when that runs out? What kind of options are out there? Well, there are actually quite a few free antivirus packages that are regarded as being very effective. One of these is Microsoft Security Essentials. Microsoft Security Essentials is a free, easy-to-use and highly effective antivirus package, and I am going to talk you through the process of downloading and installing this software. Before you start, it's recommended that you remove any existing antivirus packages that may be installed. You can do this using the process that we have just covered. The only other prerequisite for installing Microsoft Security Essentials is that your Windows operating system must be genuine and not pirated. First, open up your Internet browser. I am going to use Internet Explorer. Next, do a Google search for Microsoft Security Essentials. Select the result at the top of the list. When this page opens, you might want to take a few minutes to familiarize yourself with the package. When you are ready, click on the Download button. Choose to run the file. Follow the wizard. On the first screen, click Next. Agree to the license terms. You can choose whether or not you want to join the Customer Experience Improvement Program. For now, I will say no to this. Accept the defaults on the next screen. Finally, click Install. This process might take a few minutes. last step is to click Finish. When the installation has complete, the software will automatically run and will scan for any updates that it may require. This may take some time. Microsoft Security Essentials is unobtrusive and works away in the background, but you can also run a scan anytime you choose. To open Security Essentials, simply double-click the desktop icon that was created when you installed the program. To set up a scheduled scan, click on Settings and enter your preferences. To set up an impromptu scan, return to Home and choose from Quick, Full or Custom and select Scan Now, and that's all there is to it. Your computer is now protected. That concludes this tutorial on improving the performance of your PC. I hope it illustrated that useful tasks such as those covered are not solely the domain of experts and can easily be carried out by average users. I would recommend trying to carry out these tasks without any direction. If you can't remember a step, you can always refer back to the video. I hope the tutorial was of some benefit to you, and indeed to your computer. If you have the time, I would really appreciate if you could fill in the short survey under the tutorial, or even just leave a comment on the page. All feedback is greatly appreciated, and will help to improve the quality of such tutorials in future. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. Bye bye.